All right, gentlemen, welcome back. This is a um, ranking show for Illinois Wrestler. We're going to dive into some 2A rankings, catch up. We have not visited the 2A side of rankings for a bit, so I figured it'd be a good time to do it. Obviously, after this weekend, it'll be a lot easier for us to go through a lot of the weight classes, just because kids will be kind of cemented into their weight classes. They won't be bouncing around from duel to duel or tournament weekend. So, how are you guys doing tonight?
What's up, Dalton? Doing all
Good.
right.
Good.
Good. So let's. What are you guys thinking? 2A wrestling. Anything top of mind that you guys are aware of? I know, like I said, Ty Smart is coming down, so we'll have to revisit 57. He's definitely down, but um, we can jump into the 106 weight class. We'll see. The last time we checked into this was in December, so um, I'll pull up some of these head-to-head matches with these top guys
Yeah.
and see.
I is I want to say Eric from Montini has had some wins over. I think he's jumped up
Yeah,
since we've
Nice,
last
Eric.
visited. 'Cause, yeah, we last time we did this was right after Dvorak, I believe.
yeah. So DeMarco hasn't lost. He's only lost his to Odiotti. So going into Woods, um, Simon Woods from Washington. He lost to Kirchhoff December
Yep.
27th, which is a big, big loss. Well, not a big like bad loss, but big loss. He also lost to Weiler from Marmion, 3A. So
19-8. Oh no,
Karchloff
different guy, different match.
lost to DeMarco. So let's see. Woods goes below. What about Ray Long now? Okay, let
I
me look.
think he. When did he wrestle? When did you wrestle? When did you guys see Niles Notre Dame, Jason, or did you not?
Niles, Notre Dame.
Yeah, it shows Tech fall over Perez at 113, but I'm assuming maybe that's a different Perez.
Would that have been at would they have been in Richmond? Would they have been at the Richmond Burton tournament?
I don't think so. No. Um, he's got a win over David Perez.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
David
Then
Perez from Wheeling was his first match of the year. Um,
I got
he
you.
lost. He's got a loss right now. Ray Long has a loss to Jackson Sone from Normal, which I believe Karchloff has as well.
Which Sony's a 3A kid, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So right now, I think trying to decide: does Ray Long stay above Kirchhoff, or do you throw Kirchhoff above because he beat Woods?
I don't know. Remember that was a kind of a crazy match, right? I mean, Eric was beating him up, and then Ray drew him to his back, right? If that's what happened there at Dvorak. I mean, a win's a win, but
Oh, over Ray Long?
yeah, Ray Long over Kirchhoff. He ended up beating him 15-6 at Dvorak. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I thought I didn't know if I saw
I
that.
think Kirchhoff has a loss to Long by fall, and he beat Long 15-6
Yeah, he lost to him at the Dvorak.
by fall,
Yep.
and then he beat him 15-6. So they have a split.
But when was the say that? Where was that last match you were saying?
I'm not sure
Oh,
when.
so that one happened first. So Kirchhoff won December
Yeah.
14th, and then he lost. So I think Long stays above him.
But Kirchhoff's like, I don't know, his schedule, like here, like where's Long been since Dvorak?
He beat Jackson Sony, who has a win over Kirchhoff. That's it. That's why. So Jackson Sony, 3A normal community, has a win over who's he got? He's got wins over Carson West.
Carson West is good.
I mean, Jackson Sony.
He's big too. He's a big 106.
I'd tell you he's bigger than his dad, but Josh is such a little shit. Don't mean nothing.
Who's that?
Josh West.
Oh yeah. Okay.
He does parkour. He does parkour.
Yeah.
Hardcore parkour, or just parkour.
He's wearing a leather vest, so you tell
hardcore.
me. Pretty hardcore.
That's pretty hardcore. It is.
Real hardcore. Red leather.
Woo-hoo. Dang.
Yeah, I think I mean, we can come up with a somewhat of a decision, but I don't see how long, even though Kirchhoff might have a somewhat of a tougher schedule, if you will. I mean, Ray Long's wrestling some good kids too.
Yeah.
I mean, Jackson Sony is sitting number 6 in the state.
So what did we come up with Duarte? Is he 1A or 2A?
Good question.
I think he's a 3A kid because I don't remember him
Oh,
in
is
1A.
he 3A? Is he 3A? Okay. We said the name of the town, and I was like, where's that? Where's the hell is that at?
Yeah. Ray Long also has a win over Kiev and Phelps.
He's so good. Who does?
Long.
Really?
Yeah, let me find it.
Ray Long beat Kiev?
Okay, so Sony beat Ray Long. Sorry.
Yeah, Sony beat Ray Long.
Let me see, Kiev. How do you spell Kiev?
Khiev.
Khi. Okay, no, he didn't. That was Sony. Sorry. Trying to keep these guys straight. It's still weird though. So Sony beat Kiev, and he beat Long. So Sony's just beat everybody. Ray Long. He's got losses to Kirchhoff, Sony. Yeah. So you think we put Kirchhoff above Long, keep Long at 4? I see. Okay. Let's see this guy, St. Pat's kid. Has this guy been anywhere lately? 106. Oh, he lost to Ray Long, so that makes sense. Okay. Decision 8-6.
Yeah, lost Long.
And Kirchhoff beat Koenig. Yeah, I think this is pretty good through 5. Let's see with Sater. Let's see if Sater is any different. Owen Sater.
Corcoran has a win over Pasquale. So Corcoran beat the ICC kid.
Okay, freshman for Providence. Christian Corcoran.
Yeah.
Yep. 9-7 match. So yeah, the Providence Corcoran over. Yep. And then West ahead of Diddich. I don't know. I guess I don't know who Carson. What has Carson been doing?
Let's see.
He beat DeClerc. DeClerc's a stud. He beat Parodies. That's the kid from Dixon. That's good, right?
Yep.
He lost to Leland Nelson 9-5. We
Carson
know
West did?
Carson West did.
No shit.
Well, he lost to a Nelson 9-5. I'm assuming that's Leland Nelson.
Really?
Unless there's another. Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's another Nelson out there in 2A.
No.
But then
It's
who is
Leland.
he?
It's
Yeah, is
Leland.
this okay?
Yeah, it's
They
at
wrestled.
the Russ Herb tournament.
What's it called?
That must have been the at the Richmond Burton tournament.
Oh, Tom Dubois.
No, Russ Herb. I don't
What's
know.
the
It's
Dubois?
called.
What's the one named after the French guy? Dubois.
I'm not sure, but no, I think West stays there. He has a loss over Sony. That's his most recent loss. Outside of that, he lost to Bradley from DeKalb. But I think he's still hanging around there. Let me look and see where Didick.
He was sicker than hell the last couple weeks. He might have missed a couple wrestling opportunities, but I think he's back on the mend here.
Yeah, so he lost at conference to Rockford Guilford Anguilleri. But that Anguilleri's pretty decent. I think he's somebody who's going to be on the. I mean, he'll be at sectionals for sure. I just don't know how that 3A sectional is going to work out at 106. But
So Anguilleri out of Guilford has a win over Dittich.
yeah, yep. And the backstory on this Anguilleri kid is, I guess he wrestled through the Hononegah Kids Club, and for whatever reason, somebody wherever he lives in Guilford at Guilford School. So, yeah, we'll keep it there. I think that's a good. I think that's good right there for 106.
Well, are you going to throw Anguilleri in there or not?
He's Rockford Guilford. They're 3A.
No, they're 2A.
Guilford's 2A. What are they
Yeah.
going to be at the Rockford East? Okay.
They're going to be at the Washington sectional.
Oh.
Be Didick, Anguilleri, Carson West, Owen Slater from Morris.
All right. Well,
Simon Woods, Washington. Those are all the 106 wrestlers at the Washington sectional.
all right. Well, let's throw Anguilleri in there because he beat him.
That's quite a bit of moving around there. I mean, a lot of names that were already on there, but they changed up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's 40 days later, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, but not too much change there, to be honest. I mean, Kirchhoff beats Woods. We knew Kirchhoff was going to be somebody that was going to be in the hunt. DeMarco is still very much in the top spot. So, yeah, I like it. Let's go down to 113. Get into 113. We've got Alan Wu. I do remember Alan Wu taking a loss. Was that at the CCL?
I believe so.
PCL, he won that.
Oh, he did.
Noble beat him in a tiebreaker, 3-2.
You have Jackson Marlette. Where do we have him? He has a win over Wu.
Where?
He has a 1-0 win over Wu.
Where do you got it? I don't see it. Not this year.
I'm reading it. I don't know that. I'm just reading it. Notable win, 1-0 over Wu.
Wu pinned him, though, too.
Yeah, Alan Wu pins him in the semifinals of the Dvorak. And then, yeah, that's the only match I got. I don't have any on track. There's no Wu versus Jackson Marlette.
Gotcha. I'm not saying I got good dope. I'm just saying I got a bag.
Yeah. Well, let's look at Goodwin. I think I don't think Wu's lost enough to move out of that. So
No.
Daniel Goodwin. Let's See if he's got any losses. He does not have any losses. He doesn't have any notable wins though either. So it doesn't look like he's doing much of a.
He's in the saddle.
Yeah, he got major decision by Caden Corral at 113. Wait, Caden Corral is at 113? Oh, he's 3A. Sorry.
Yep.
I hate the classes. They're killing me. I hate it. It's like, wait, how is he better than that guy? Oh, he's not. It's just a different class. All right. Well, so Wu, Goodwin, Marlette, Seebeck. Anything change with this guy? Yeah, we might not have had to do too much. Jacob Seebeck. Where's Morton out of? Is that 2A or
Morton?
yeah.
Morton's 2A.
Morton's 2A.
Okay, so Noah Harris out of Morton beat Jacob Seebeck.
What's the score on that?
Fall, minute 57 at the Geneseo tournament.
Is he going to win that tournament?
And
then?
he has a win over Reagan too, doesn't he?
Who has a win over Reagan?
Noah Harris. Ain't you in his profile?
Oh, well, I was just looking at Jacob Seebeck. So Seebeck has to drop. Harris, I'm opening right now. So you said Harris has a win over
Jack Reagan.
Same tournament then, or what was that?
Geneseo tournament?
Was Dixon at the Geneseo tournament?
No.
No, this is just a dual meet.
I'm confusing that with they're at the regional there, right? Or is that the sectional at Geneseo that they're going to be at? No, regionals at Dixon. Regionals at Dixon. Geneseo is going to be there.
Geneseo is coming to Dixon.
Yes. We talked about that a little bit last night. That they probably have that
That one
spot
wrapped up.
secured.
I know you got a text, though. I know you got a lot going on, but you got a text.
Got you, Mark Stewart's in the room.
Stewie in the house. God, I hope he has his Penguins.
Welcome, Mark.
Sorry,
Stewart.
I'm late. Sorry, I'm late, boys. I had to pick up the daughter from cheerleading.
Fatherly hood, man. Do your thing.
Yeah, you're
Yep.
forgiven.
Thank you.
We're just going into 2A. It's since we haven't jumped into 2A since December, and so we're just updating some of these weight classes. We started at 106. We're at 113. We're putting Noah Harris from Morton above Seebeck, and then Harris also has a win over Reagan. Now we're looking the rest of 13.
You missed 106, Stewie, but your boy Ray Long's been on fire.
Who'd Ray Long beat?
Everybody.
I don't think he has beaten as many people, but he hasn't lost to anybody else. He lost to Sony, but that's about it. But Kirchhoff beat Woods, and so we just moved up Kirchhoff above Woods and kept Ray Long at 4. Just it didn't look like Ray Long had enough significant wins to jump him over the 2 and the 3, but yeah, that's where we're at right now. But back to 13, we got Noah Harris jumping in. He was unranked, and I don't know how we missed him, but he's got a loss again. Charlie Olson from Sycamore. Sycamore's 2A as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is a problem. So Charlie Olson from Sycamore beat Noah Harris.
Charlie Olson, huh? Is Olson at 13 as well?
Yes. And it looks like Charlie Olson has a loss to South Elgin. Diallo. Oh, this looks interesting.
What in the heck was that? Hold on.
Yeah.
Fucking guys.
Olson has a loss to Reagan. Loses to Reagan, but he beats Harris, and Harris beats Reagan. One of these deals again.
Oh, great.
Cannot hear anybody.
So Olson beats Reagan, but loses to Harris.
No, Olson lost to Reagan, beat Harris.
Harris beat
Harris beat Reagan.
Okay.
So but Harris has more significant wins, doesn't he? He beat. Who else did he beat?
Harris?
Yeah.
Harris has wins over. Well, he lost to McGrew, which, oh my goodness, he got pinned. Lost to Garbus. He beat Micah Jackson from Washington. That doesn't count. He beat Seebeck. Yeah.
So Harris has wins over Reagan and Seebeck. I mean, he has more credential wins, I think, rather than Olson. Olson has the one credential win. Not saying he hasn't had more matchups, but.
So what do you do with McGrew then? Because McGrew beat Harris.
Well, for me, what I always like to do is I go to like their tournaments. Like, yes, like we talk about a lot, like outside, in certain ways you'll have like 1, 2, and 3, and then you got like 4 through 10 are really similar. So I think a lot of times what takes precedent is like tournament results, not necessarily who they beat. But if you have a kid who's like won 5 tournaments, because now you can wrestle that many. So like McCrew from Normal West, right? Yeah. Second at Antioch, 4th Niles West. He won Springfield, 3rd at Granite City, won Morton, 2nd at Mahomet, 2nd at Big 12. I think that, you look at Noah Harris, 1 Mid-Illini, 3rd at Geneseo, 3rd at Morton, 3rd at Mid-States, 4th at Pontiac, 6th at Joliet Central. But Joliet Central, Pontiac, he wrestled 120.
So you think he stays ahead of Harris?
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm
Who
trying.
do you think's ahead?
McGrew.
Like I would put McGrew over Harris.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I got Harris, Olson, Reagan, Seebeck. But I'm gonna look up Forsyth. I think he's had some matchups.
Like when I look at Jack Reagan, he won Sterling, won Plano, won West Chicago, won Wheaton Warrenville South, and he took 4th at Princeton. But he's got the loss to Harris, 5-4.
Yeah.
He's got a 7-1 win over Olson, Edwards, White, Hernandez. He's a returning state. They're both returning state qualifiers.
How good is the Dylan Weber from Marist?
He 3A Marist.
Yeah, but Forsyth, I'm looking up Forsyth right now. In his last match, he wrestled him, and it was a 5-2 decision. And Forsyth doesn't really have many losses, it looks like, to anybody in the state. He's lost a Bordeaux from Huntley. He's lost to McDermott from Moline. Moline's 3A though.
Mm-hmm.
Marlette 6-3. Bordeaux.
Walsh.
A lot of out of state losses.
Yeah.
Michelle's, that's the Stevenson kid. Marlette's obviously in 2A. Bordeaux's from Huntley, he's 3A. McDermott.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't really have too many like significant wins, so I don't really know if you throw him above, but he's got wins over some kids.
Well, kind of like you were saying, Mark, with, you break down those tournaments and then the level of competition at them tournaments, you can really figure out where those guys can go, the competition they've been wrestling, you know?
Yeah.
Whether you have those matchups or not, but I mean, these guys are going to some tougher tournaments or maybe not as tough of tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I mean-
we talked about that yesterday. Some of the records are deceiving when you, and then you look it up. You look up their schedule and it's like, well, thank God you don't have a loss.
I always give a story. I went to a regional seating meeting one time, and we had I won't name the school, but I had a kid who was a returning state runner-up, and I put him up for the 1 seed, and the coach put his kid up, and I tried to let him have the 1 seed because I thought it was comical, but nobody would vote for him except me and him. I said, you know what? We're going to give you the 1 seed. Your kid is 39-1. His one loss was to a nobody, and I even said it, and your 39 wins are against nobodies because he was Chicago Public Schools kid. And he really was. He looked good. He looked the body part, but oh my God, it was a worse beating. He got beat really bad in the semis. I was like, because so you can talk about level of competition and how records are deceiving. It does happen. It's not uncommon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you get to a spot where you're trying to, get these 4, 5, and 6, and you're looking for it, well, you can just look over to the level of competition they've been in. That person's earned it. You know what I mean? It's been there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how I look at like when you have these kids and they all have like these weird wins and losses against each other, and you're like, well, which one should be this? It's like,
oh, hey, while we're
really
doing
know.
Googling,
They've all beaten each other, but I go ahead, Jim.
well, no, this is off subject. Imagine that, but while you guys are Googling Ray Long, buddy Jason, what's the plan Saturday evening? Where are we meeting up? Because I'm going to be coming from Marengo, and we're gonna figure out. Oregon or Lena wins it. Where are we going?
Well, but I'm
This side of the river, obviously.
I'm going where everybody's going.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, because I just love it.
Going where? What are we talking about now, Jim?
A little nightlife.
Okay.
Nothing aggressive.
Is this
Just
celebrating?
like
It'll
takedowns or
be
something.
semi-aggressive, Jim. Don't
Is this celebrating the victory or the loss of
It's gonna be.
This is just a podcast crew getting together on a Saturday night. That's all this is.
Okay.
Hey, you got to celebrate the win and the loss.
Exactly.
What's the loser got to do?
Gay stuff.
Jump off the court.
Oh shit! I did.
Dude, the rock quarry.
You're fucking probably frozen.
No,
No,
yeah,
we'll get
bad
some open
idea.
water.
Yeah.
I'll bring Stewie with me.
Karaoke of the winner's choice.
I ain't jumping in that rock quarry at this time of the year. You're out of your mind.
What are you eating?
He's inhaling it. He ain't eating it.
Guys, where's Muhammad Seymour? Is that 2A?
Yeah, it's right outside of Champaign. It's the town next to Champaign. It's 2A.
Okay, so I just took Sandy off the top 10. He has a loss to Gideon Hayter from Muhammad Seymour. So right now, I think this is our 13-pound list right there.
I like it.
Yep. I do as well. Crouch doesn't have significant wins, but he has a loss to Fort Zumwalt. So that's Iowa, right?
Missouri.
Oh, Missouri. He has a loss to McGrew. And he has a loss to Kai Enos of Batavia.
Yep. He's tough.
Yeah, he's tough. My son knows all about him. He's a leg grader.
And he has a loss to Noah Harris and McGrew again. So Crouch is only lost to ranked opponents ahead of him.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I can't speak for all of them, but Al and Wu will win that bracket in the state tournament.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that one. No fighting. Even if Goodwin is a golfer, I'm not putting him above it.
What if he has a cool dad, though?
Well, that's up to Jim.
Yeah, that's Jim's deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do any of the guys 2 through 10 have a cooler dad than Mr. Wu?
I've never
I
met
don't know,
Mr. Wu.
man. Super cool.
Yeah, Mr. Wu's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Is Grandpa a decent
He's
guy?
good people. Are we moving on to Grandpa's? Is that going to be our?
Yeah.
Is that going to be our tiebreaker?
Eli Larson wins the grandpa competition. Eli Larson's grandpa's a stud.
He's got the.
Colin
He's got.
Young's
You were
grandpa's
talking-
pretty intense.
He
You brought
is.
it up.
He is. That's a good grandpa to bring up right there.
Who?
Colin Young's grandpa.
Oh yeah, Keith Young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is we should get him on the podcast. He's
We could
fun-
have a conversation.
Yeah.
Keith Young, yeah, he goes, man.
Yeah. Well, grandpas are cool. Yeah, they've got all the years of experience.
Well, Jim, you're talking about somebody's grandpa last night in the podcast about his kid had a seizure or something like that.
Oh,
Chemo-
yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to bring it up. Oh, his grandpa, super good guy. But you didn't. You held back. Wait for the punchline.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, 120.
120.
Has this changed much? Noah Woods is still the man, right?
Well, do you have? Hold on. Go up real quick. Go back to 13. Stop. Never mind. You're good. I don't know why it said Jack Reagan at 13, and I saw Jack Hogan, and I thought Jack Reagan again. I'm like,
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, Hogan is St. Rita guy, right?
120
Noah Woods.
is number one still.
Yeah.
I think there's a change. Yeah.
Malizio has had to have had a lot of matches.
Yeah, but I got a change for you. Why are we not ranking Edgar Mascara at number 2? He's got a pin. He stuck Hogan, who's your 5. But when you look, he's lost like I think maybe 3 matches all year, and he's a returning state runner-up.
We're just super behind on the 2A rankings, Stewie.
I mean, Mike Malizio's got some pretty big wins, though, right? He's got a 3-2 decision loss to Braden Tennyson, and then he beats Jackson Olsen.
He also got beat by Sheehy 8-4. He got pinned by Bass from Wisconsin. Uh-oh. What happened? There you go. He got beat by Esteban. He got pinned by Bass. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I get your, for me, I think they've got to be 2 and 3. Either way.
Mascara.
Yep.
Let's see what he's been up to.
Like he has a loss to Phelps, but it's 6-5. And his other loss is 7-4 overtime deal. He stuck Enos. He stuck Shamray, stuck Hogan. He's really hard to score on, minus that 13-1 loss to Chadez.
Well, so what about Rocky? I mean, is Rocky doing anything to not be up there?
Well, Rocky has also lost to. Okay, hold on. No, they have similar losses, but
yeah.
Well, the Rocky lost to Marquez. The Olsen 7-2 and 16-6, pinned by Anderson. He beat Hogan 6-4, but Mascara stuck Hogan. Mascara is really good on top, guys. He's got a jiu-jitsu background.
Where's he out of?
Riverside Brookfield. He's been to Relentless. I don't know if you've ever seen him.
I know the name. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, he's a tough kid, dude. I know the kid pretty well. And I tried to be like kind of more low-key on him because I wasn't sure what weight he was going to go because I know he wanted to go 13. It was just too much for him. But he's just really he's a jiu-jitsu kid too. So he's like all in those funky positions, dude. He's dangerous as heck, dude.
Yeah.
Well, you never answered what you're eating. What are you eating?
Taco Bell.
With ketchup? You're putting ketchup on Taco Bell?
Hot sauce, dog.
Oh.
Ding, ding, ding.
Me and Buddy put ketchup on Taco Bell. Level up.
I haven't eaten yet today. I was outside working in that cold all day, and I was like, I gotta eat. I feel like shit.
Me too. Me either.
Okay.
You
So-
you're getting your strings today?
By the way, guys, Providence Catholic is 2A, right? So
Yes.
Yes.
No, Providence. Yes.
Max Mandek from Providence Catholic beat Jack Hogan.
Wait, Providence Catholic isn't 2A anymore, guys.
What are they? No, they're 2A.
They're
They're 2A Christian Corcoran.
Yeah, what's his name's wrestling Wyatt Medlin?
Oh yeah, you're right.
What are we talking about? Are we
Yeah.
the
Too much-
experts or are we not?
Too much chalupa for you.
Yeah.
But
At the
we
Casa
didn't
Della.
have. We did not have this Max man, dude. This guy's got losses all over the place.
Who?
Mandek. They're mostly at 120 though. So did he just wrestle? This says at 120. But if you look
Yeah,
at Max Mandek, he has losses to
Who? Max Mandek?
yeah, he beat Jack Hogan this weekend. He's got losses to Campo, McClure. That's got Campo again, Avina. He's got a lot of losses. But he beat Jack Hogan.
What was the score in that match?
9-6
Okay.
at the Chicago Catholic League. I mean,
Well, you know,
Takedown.
and Jadicki has a win over Hogan as well. So
I'm going to be more involved when we get to 26 and 30. I do have information, guys. I'm not this ignorant. I don't have 20 information.
for me, after you get through those guys, I think I'm done eating. I say. Well, I got some cinnamon twists still, but
you can save those for a little later. You know.
I don't know, guys. I'm eating all day. I'm starving still. I'm like, want to go back to Taco Bell. Like, I didn't get enough.
Did you round up? Do they ask you to round up?
I always order through the app, so I get rewards.
Oh,
I'm a big
God, you're
Taco
one of
Bell
them?
fanatic. Only
What,
on
you
Taco
drive
Bell, though.
You drive a Volvo too?
Do people? Do they make Volvos still?
Yeah. They come with
Oh,
apps.
No. I just got my Taco Bell app because I love Taco Bell, dude. I want my free rewards. But all right. Going back to 120. I think after
I mean, because I'm looking at Hunter Lenz right now, who we've had at number 6, and Hunter Lenz just does not have any matchups.
he doesn't have a lot of matches.
And none of them are matchups. They're just matches with
Well,
either forfeit, Cody Camp, McHenry. I mean,
What's
lost
Len's
to-
name? Hunter Lenz or what's his
Hunter
name?
Lenz. He placed
Tyler?
last year.
Taylor?
and he has
Hunter
a
Lenz.
loss. He has a loss to Alvarado. Where's Chicago Kennedy?
Chicago. Off the Kennedy.
Yeah.
Thanks for your geography.
They're in 2A.
Oh, they are?
Yep, Alvarado got pinned by Hogan.
Oh,
Okay. Bird's
Will
gonna have to
these,
go.
will these kids stop losing to people that they beat?
So, like, for me, I go, you got to drop Hunter Lenz out. Great kid, but he's got to go down. He moves out. I probably have Kenny Judicki has Judicki. You know what? Where's Bobby Rossetti? Bobby Rossetti's at Montini as well, dude. That's wild. They got Melizio and Rossetti. Which one's going to start?
I don't know. We got it. Once we get into like 26 and 32, we'll have to talk about Montini some though.
Yeah, we will. Aiden Larson has a lot of wins. He has not had any significant wins from the looks of it, but
He's
not,
lost to Jeremiah Lawrence and Cannon Judicki, though.
yeah. but again, Jadicki looks like he's coming around. So maybe Art Larson moves here, and then we kind of keep these guys.
Is Judicki okay? Augie bumped up and wrestled Judicki whenever we were there last Thursday or something like that.
Yep, and beat him.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's definitely good though.
I'm gonna check Lewitsky right here, Jake Lewitsky, from Crystal Lake Prairie Ridge.
He's got a loss to Hogan and Jackson Olsen.
Okay, so let's just keep him there. And then what about Stahl? I think Stahl stays there. Let's see if Stahl can stay there, then we can kind of move on to 26.
No, I got to move Stahl.
He's got lost to Larson.
He lost to Glauser twice, 6-2, 14-2.
He's got
He's lost
4-0 decision lost to Malizio. He's got to be a 10.
Well, what about Alvarado?
I think I keep Victor.
But Alvarado is a 3-time state qualifier. His only loss is Hogan this year.
I was just gonna put Alvarado off to the side with Lenz. Maybe
Okay.
They're close top 10, but Stahl looks not bad.
Give him the 10 spot.
Victor Alvarado, man, if you're watching and you want to get ranked, I need you to go start playing golf. Okay, bud?
Practice your putts right now. Get them going.
Victor, I think depending on where your regional is at, you might just be able to prove that you're in the top 10. Again, the next couple of weeks we're going to get to see a lot more matchups head to head. Again, so many of these kids just do not wrestle each other, and then the ones that do wrestle each other, they all lose to each other. So it's like a round robin. Everybody is even. So quite interesting to see how there's a couple kids that always like seem to be spreading the gap, and then there's a group of 5 that kind of just cycle through each other. So yeah, I think 120 is solid right there. All right, let's go 26. Here we go.
All right, Stewie, I'm gonna start hammering you with some questions. Is Josh Vasquez at Montini?
From what I know, there was some rumors that Vasquez might be leaving early, graduating early, but
I think
when's the last time he wrestled?
Let me look. Last time he wrestled was January 3rd at the Cheesehead.
Yeah.
So that's 30 days ago. Today, February 3rd, give or take.
February 4th, yep.
That was the last time you wrestled?
Yep.
He doesn't have an injury or something?
Here, let's look at Montini's last match. Okay, so Montini's last match was...
Don't tell me Mayor is at 26.
Possibly.
Or DEA? DEA?
You talking about Harrison Dia? That's at Morton.
Yeah.
Bobby Rossetti.
Bobby
Rossetti
Rossetti.
is at 126.
Okay.
Bobby Rossetti.
And who's at 32?
Malizio.
Okay.
No, Malizio's at 20.
Not in the last match against Joliet Central. Alan Wu wrestled 20, so they bumped everybody.
Oh, they bumped everybody. That's different.
But how did
Malizio waiting at 26 bumped to 32?
Okay.
Is Vasquez on the roster? Yes or no?
Well, I
like
don't
the
know.
latest thing.
He's not on the latest match, no.
All right. I don't know that
his last match was
January 3rd.
Yeah. So let's look Chicago.
Which would have been a Wednesday.
Here.
Was it a Wednesday? Monday.
January 3rd.
I know somebody I could text. I don't want to get kicked off the. Sometimes it does it. All right, I'm gonna try it. If it doesn't work,
Well, I can kick you off.
Hold on, I'm texting him right now.
I think it's either going to be. It looks like City is going to be the guy.
Do you think Mark's texting about Montini right now, Jason, or do you think he's apping more Taco Bell?
I bet he's gonna hit them both up if he can.
I already sent the text, boys. I'll see if a guy responds. See if my source responds.
Yeah, I wonder if I can do the same. I mean, because I think it's going to be between Mayura and Ricidi if from the looks of it, right?
Because May
Well,
or
hold
May
on.
26th. And I don't think Huff's wrestling right now or for anytime soon.
Yeah.
So that goes 20. There's the original 26 and 32. I just don't think they're wrestling. That's all.
Now, all I'm going to say is this. If Vasquez is out after watching him wrestle, to me, the number one kid in 2A at that weight is Max Cumby.
Big win over Tennyson. Not big win meaning
He's got
score,
a 5-4
big
loss to
win
Hampton.
meaning-
Yep. So you look at his 2 losses in Illinois, 5-4 to Jason Hampton, 2-1 to Nico Garcia on tiebreaker. Other than that, he's lost twice.
I don't disagree with Mark there.
But I just got a text that says Vasquez is still wrestling at Montini. Will be wrestling. I don't know.
All right. Well,
It's a friend of mine talks to his dad all the time, like pretty religiously, and talks to Woo. So,
all right. Well, here's the thing. Let's see. Tommy Banis
is down a weight. He's at 32.
Oh, he's gone to 32.
Yeah.
He's not at 26. No, he can still come back.
Guys, he's at 32 now, as far as I know.
Oh, because he's the one that missed weight at the beginning of the year, right?
Yeah, he's a big kid, dude. I think 26 was killing him. But for me, I look at that weight and I go, okay, if Vasquez is still there, fine. Put Max Cumby at 2. John Sheehy's 3. Villalobos is 4.
Because Villalobos has had a few losses.
Yeah, Kalani Keeve. He lost to Brock Claypool, 7-5. But Claypool also lost to him 16-5. But Villalobos lost 2-1 to Keeve. Keeve tech called Claypool.
Jason was with Matty Jens last weekend, Stewie.
I saw the picture.
Went up to Loris.
That boy is small at 184.
You know what he said to me?
What'd he say?
I wrestled 15 matches at Fargo, and I'm more beat up right now than I was from that. But you know how he wrestles. He's just a freaking animal, pounding on the head, getting in, like he just is aggressive. And I'm like, I know, he goes after it, you know?
The lack of his, what kills him right now is like he hasn't competed a lot, right?
Yeah.
As a freshman. And then he can't, because he's weighed in at 84 for a couple duels with people out, he can't go 74 until for another 2 weeks.
Yep, I know. He was telling me that, and I'm like, that sucks.
Is that the whole dropping thing?
So, like in college, you can people think like in high school, if you blow certification, you're stuck.
Yeah.
In college, you're not. You could if you're a 74 pounder and they need you to go up to wrestle 97 and you weighed in at like 189, you just got to descent back down. Now that could be, if you did it early in the year, you could probably make weight still again at the end. But if you weighed in at 84, whatever you weigh, they do the 1.5% of your body weight a week again, and you can go back down, but you can't do it until that date.
Yeah, he said he weighed in at Rutgers or something, and then that's what kind of messed him up. And he wasn't certain if he was going to go to that open, and they're like, yeah, just go at 84. Yeah. I think he weighed in at like 82, and that was something like that.
Yeah. So what are we doing with Brock Claypool? We got Brock Claypool ahead of Mikey Mead, or no?
not the second. I was going to ask you, what about Mikey Mead? I mean, he was a favorite for me in the beginning of the year. What is he?
Happy
He's-
birthday, Mikey Mead.
He's got a loss to. It's his birthday.
It's his birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Is he
I-
18?
He has a loss to Sheehy.
Yep, 12-0. Villalobos beat him 7-2.
So, how about you? How about? I mean, you think Claypool jumps him because of the win over Villalobos?
To an extent.
Let's see where Claypool, because I think Jim, weren't you with me? Isn't that the when Nelson told us he gave Villalobos some illness and then he lost to him, right?
Yep. And then he came back and beat him though. Remember, he lost him and then he beat him. Like was it back-to-back weekends or something?
I think I one person I haven't really. I don't know how things happen, but Harrison Diaz got a 14-4 loss to Brock Claypool. But his other losses are to Pelzet and then 8-7 to Brandon Green. But he's got some good wins. Like he beat Verheke. He beat Sebastian.
Where's Brandon Green from, Stewie?
Dude, come on now. Roxana, big dog.
So you're saying Harrison Diaz to bring him down from 132?
Yeah.
I have a message about him.
So Harrison Diaz at 26.
Yeah.
Okay.
This may I don't really have anything super pertinent, but what weight's Hornbeck?
That's
Did you just go back to 1A?
no, he's
No.
a Geneseo.
Okay.
Hornbeck's 30,
my bad.
32, I think.
Okay.
He wrestles Rockford East.
Mhm.
I know he got pinned at conference by kid from Quincy. That's why I'm asking.
Got it.
And then don't forget, what weight's Cam at? Luif.
38.
38. All right, we'll get to it.
Okay, so Adrian Coheen. Are there any other wrestlers at 32 that are down to 36 now, or down to 26?
Not that I know of.
Okay. So we're gonna take Claypool above Harrison Diaz. What about Sebastian and these guys?
Sebastian stays at 10. Gavin Hanrahan and Cohen are right next to each other. I don't know. I think Claypool and Dia goes 6 and 7 and then drop Hanrahan and Adrian Cohen.
Okay.
You like that shirt I'm repping, Jim? Can you see it?
Highlanders? Yeah.
Lake Highland Prep, big dog.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yep.
LHP.
Mhm.
Stewie, who's Bo Bassett going with?
Iowa.
He already decided.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
He
I'll
did.
show you guys
Then
$5 million.
right there.
Yeah, there it is.
$5 million they gave him.
Now we
Who
don't know.
knows?
Huh?
Yeah, that's the word. The street never lies, but I feel like there might be. I'm not sure about that.
I won't say,
Hey,
but
I like that, Dalton. The streets never lie.
you know what? I've heard this. I've heard that. But, I shared what I knew about a certain Ohio State wrestler a couple years ago. And people were like, you're delusional, Mark. That's not true. Your sources suck. It was true. What he got. And what's crazy is what that kid got is nothing now.
Yeah,
and I was told that was like, so that'll never happen. Nobody's getting that kind of money. I'm like, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I know his coach. I know his high school coach. He was my roommate, one of his high school coaches. Well, sorry, I would say would have been his high school coach, but didn't do club wrestling with him, and he's good friends with his father. So I was like,
is his dad a good
this is what
guy?
he got.
Is his dad?
Is Mendez's dad good? Mendez is. That's what I was talking about, Justin Mendez. But
Yeah.
his dad's a cool, really cool dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
And now guys are getting 10 times what Mendez got.
Yeah, I think he got like what, 80,000 or something to sign, something like that.
Cool.
Mendez, what was it? Higher or
I'm not saying, but it's more than that.
yeah. But it was like a signing. It was just like a signing bonus. But
Upfront signing bonus.
yeah,
And then-
really cool.
Real quick, I just want to say this. I think it's great what like Bo Bassett did, right? He marketed himself. He got paid. Good for him. They got to do something with NIL because I think like the idea of NIL would be great to me is the idea that like, okay, if you go into a college and they say, listen, you win an NCAA title, we'll toss you $1 million or 500 grand or 200, right? Because these universities are making money off these kids. They always have. More like football and basketball does. But I think it's just like you give a kid all this money, gets to college and turns out he's a pill popper and an alcoholic and never does shit. What do? They just keep the money?
They got to put a cap.
What if they want to?
Well, hey, everybody
like,
makes
he's got
bad
all-
investments.
all this money that they're giving like the football players, like all the NIL shit. They got to have a cap on it. Like, it's for real. Like, you can't just be raising the bar, giving the kids whatever they want. There's got to be a set cap to what they can give them. Then it comes down to they have to make the choice, like what they actually want to do as far as schooling aspect. Because right now,
School.
I hope
no,
School.
as far as like make an actual decision is besides the dollar sign. Because you're programming these young kids are 18 years old.
You don't need
It's
to
all
go
about
to.
dollar sign right
hold
now.
on. Hey, hold on, buddy.
What?
If you pay a kid $5 million to wrestle, he can make 100 grand for 50 years to make that money.
Yeah.
Okay, so no, I don't give a shit about Bo Bassett's education. Just pass your classes, get your general studies degree. It's the same for these kids at Bama, Texas, especially in football.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't mean like the actual like pick like their schooling. Like they have to actually like pick something, not go to who has the highest dollar amount. Like if
Why?
Why? They should make it a cap. Make a cap.
Why? The NIL isn't coming from the university. It's coming from donors. Yeah, there's some university money with this new revenue streaming, but a lot of the big NIL money is from donor B, donor C.
I know what.
Telecom communication.
I know why Buddy's saying this because in the race car game, sometimes the biggest sponsor is the fastest guy, whether he's the fastest guy or not.
Yep.
Level the playing field.
Exactly.
I understand where Buddy's coming from, but I mean,
Rubbin's racing, Jim.
Rubbin is racing.
I know all about it.
I'm just saying, Jimmy Massey will be eligible to get paid in 2 years, and I hope somebody throws a couple cool millions at him, and he wants to buy me a nice jacked up truck. He'll buy me a Volvo, though, Jim. He's gonna buy me a Volvo, he said. Gonna have apps, and my Taco Bell app will be downloaded on it already.
Yeah. Well, hey, look at Jason predicted the future. He's wearing the appropriate shirt.
Yep.
I know. I just saw
I
that.
did it on purpose.
Yeah.
You knew. Did you talk to him on the phone earlier?
Oh, we conversate here and there.
Conversation.
I love it.
Yeah.
I did meet him at the NCAA's last year. He's a real nice kid, actually.
Did you get a picture with him?
Of course. Actually, I got
Attaboy.
a picture. No, I got a picture with him and my son. I didn't get a picture with him.
What if
No,
he
Bo
would have
was,
said,
Bo
hey,
was always
hey,
cool because Keegan was always on our dual teams, and he was always there with his little brother. You know what I mean? Like he's been cool forever.
Yeah.
Jason, tell the truth. When he went to take a picture with your son, you pushed your kid out of the way. You're like, oh, no, me first.
No,
That's my guy, number one.
I did that with Dan.
I would've.
did that with Dan Gable. And Jack's like, oh. I
That's
got
awesome.
this one first, dude.
Yeah. No, I would too. I'd totally do it if I were you.
all right, guys.
Back to
jump
rankings.
in.
Our
Back
bad.
132. This is an interesting weight class because I know for a fact we have to change it. Tommy Banis is coming down. I don't think Jeremy Huff is in the lineup.
Yeah. Just, out of sight, out of mind. Pull Huff just so there's no discussion, and then we're done with that.
But Jeremy Huff is one of the toughest kids in the state right now.
Absolutely.
So Tommy Banis, he's at 32. Devin Casey he's holding the top spot, I believe.
Yeah.
Randall, let's see where Randall's been, because
Randall's undefeated. He just hasn't seen anybody, and he hasn't had any luck. He did bump up at Marmion to hopefully wrestle Zach Stewart, and then they bumped up Stewart to 44, and he wrestled Garcia's brother instead.
okay.
So I will say this: Randall's undefeated, but he has not had really, he hasn't had really much of a chance to wrestle anybody.
Yeah. Is Banis Banis was up there. Is he a guy that jumps into a top 5 spot?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Is he big 32-pounder too, Mark, or was he just way big for 26?
He's way big for 26. He's not a big 32. He's above average. He's a decent size 32. He is a returning state medalist.
I mean, Garcia. So Tommy Banis got tech falled by Nick Garcia and major decision by Esteban. Is that really the gap right there?
Well, you're talking about Nick Garcia's in 3A, and so is Michael Esteban.
Yeah, but I was just speculating. Is that really that's how big the gap is between 3A and 2A at this weight?
I don't know. I think that styles make matchups. And some kids, when they go down, they're going to try to win. They're not going to try to keep it close. They just go for it. I don't know what happened. But Nick Garcia is really good at times. He blows the doors off people at times. So does Esteban. He's got a pace.
Ruckman, he hasn't lost. He lost to someone.
Ruckman's lost.
He lost to somebody from Belmont Hill School, and O'Keefe, St. John,
And
Indiana.
Schaefer from Indiana, who he also beat.
Damn.
Hey, Ruckman's tough.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know what happened last year. How did he not qualify? He didn't place. He just qualified after getting as a 2-time medalist his junior year. Did DNP'd. He's got a 4-3 win over Wainwright.
Well, don't tell Dalton that.
That's why I said it.
I can't wait to see. I'm gonna set up a nice golf match with Dean Wainwright at sectionals. Find a nice golf course. He's gonna have a. Yeah, it seems like everything's kind of staying the same. Palzette, he's also been winning.
I'd probably put Nino Prati at 7.
Now Westbrook, I did get a message about Westbrook. He has a win over somebody.
Villalobos.
No,
it had something to do
32.
with
Or no,
rankings.
he got tacked at by
It had something to do with rankings because
who'd he beat? Lanton, Sebastian, Zader. I'd still put Nino Prati at 7.
okay. Yeah, what did he somebody I'm telling you, somebody messaged me about Westbrook.
I watched him wrestle. He's tough. He's a tough wrestler. I mean,
he's come to the barn, but a few times, a lot of times. He still got the curly hair, Jim?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
And where he committed somewhere. He's super smart kid, like genius.
And
I know what you're talking about, Dalton, and I don't know. I'm looking back through stuff.
Sebastian Coling, Manning, Zader.
okay.
Who else you got in here? Plays like Davis.
Jason, that's Kerry Colap behind me.
Kerry, hey, what's up, brother?
Yeah, it's him right there, brother.
Yeah. He's a bad dude.
He's God. That's God right there.
Yeah, I think Kerry Colet's probably one of the best wrestling minds, if not the wrestling mind.
He got screwed.
Zion's at Quincy University.
3 times.
Yeah.
3 times. It's like unbelievable. Zion's going to Quincy?
Yep.
Dude, this Oliver Davis.
Told you he was smart.
Hold on, guys. Oliver Davis has been wrestling 38 for most of the year. He's got matches at 32, but I mean, he's been wrestling 38. Fucking kids, get to your damn weight class, would you?
Oh,
Listen,
Will, you're getting aggressive.
Maybe he goes 38 seeking competition at certain times.
I know. I'm just joking.
How long ago did he wrestle at 32?
32. Last match at 32 was December 6th.
I heard he was petitioning to go 3A 138 because there's no one left.
Yeah. Yeah, Oliver Davis. I don't know. I mean, he's there, but
excuse me. Sorry, guys.
Maybe we just move him up. Hornbeck, has he had any changes? I think.
Well, you could put Corey Zader at 10 from Lamont. He's a returning mistake. 2-time, 3-time. Yeah.
Where's he from?
Maybe this is his year. Lamont.
Lamont.
I'm just looking up other kids who've got.
Well, that's at 32 or 38. Sorry.
I don't know about this kid. And no. Yeah, you got to put Corey Zader at 10. He's got decent, right? He's decent this year, and he's a 3-time qualifier. Got to give him some love.
Mm-hmm. Zaydog.
Yeah, he does have a loss to Westbrook.
7-5. He lost to Pelzet 11-4. Sean Cogan from Stevenson beat him 8-6.
Okay. All right. You like that? 132?
Loving it.
Okay.
$38.
Cam.
Peyton Cox.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Peyton Cox, Cam. Donald Cannon. Bobby Conway. What's changed here, Stewie? I haven't really. Is Cox still wrestling at 38, or is he just going to come down for state series?
He's certified. He has to do it.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I mean, has he been wrestling at? Is he been at 44? Or
I don't know.
44 at Washington? I don't know, man. It seems like I haven't paid attention to a lot of wrestling, even though I know I have. I'm not retaining the information.
Yeah.
Well, I just think like the real fact, the truth here is that you're just like anti 2A. It's okay.
I'm not. I'm Geneseal's biggest fan.
Well, like outside of Geneseo, you're anti 2A. You're like Maple Leaf till you die.
I'm a Montini guy.
Yeah, you are. Look at his left hand.
Guy.
Look at his left hand.
This guy's all about the Broncos.
I'm a Bronco guy.
Okay.
I'm a Dixon guy, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Where's Charlie Connors on this?
Charlie Connor, shout out. Jack Reagan, spelled Ragean.
I don't know. 2A to me, 38. Yeah, I don't know. Brazoff, Loof.
Well, I'm a Washington guy, aren't I, Mark?
Oh yeah. Do we have Bobby Conway at 132?
No. Why is he at 32?
Yeah.
Conway's at 32?
Yep.
I did ask that question,
Did you?
I think I might have asked it.
Asked if Bob Conway was wrestling 32?
No, I didn't. I don't know if I specifically asked that one.
But Bobby Conway probably jumps into He's a state champ 2 years ago. He did get smashed by Cam Luth. And then it's really hard to find a lot on him since then.
Yeah.
Like his track wrestling, like where is it? It's like Brother Rice doesn't do track wrestling until like the regional. They'll enter all his shit in or something. I don't know.
Yeah, these guys are bad if they don't.
So like to me, I gotta be honest. I gotta pop. Shit. Bob Conway's got to jump in there, probably 2 or 3 or 4.
I mean, he got called by
Cam Lewis. Cam Lewis killed everybody, dude. At 38, it was the beginning of the year. The kid was out all the year last year, but he was a state champ the year before.
Bob Conway.
Remember, Dan, Louis' dad, Dan's been on GQ magazines. You ever been to, like the haircut chains where you go get a haircut where they have the picture on the wall where you pick your haircut? I'll take a number 7.
You get the great clips. He's a great clips guy.
A haircut chain place. Yeah, he's modeled for Bo Ricks, Fantastic Sam's. And then later on, he started modeling for like Paul Mitt. He's done some high-end modeling, straight modeling, like nothing crazy.
What?
Just hair
why do you gotta like make it a point to say straight modeling?
It felt like I was going down.
He's been involved in other things.
Yeah.
You can see me at bigbeer.com.
Big and tall store.
Jim was involved in that. Hey, Jim was involved in that scandal at Nebraska with Kenny Jordan and Paul Donahoe. They gave him $30,000. They gave him like $20,000 for some inappropriate pictures.
That's
he
what
lost his He lost his scholarship over it.
Yeah, that's what got me to Nebraska.
Was what the Donahoe scandal?
Yeah, it opened up 125 and 133, and that's why I transferred.
Dude, isn't that small world? I bring that up, and it's like it hits home for you there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. There was an opening. That's why I wanted. I went there. So.
Okay, I got you. So yeah, I mean, right now, dude, Bob Conway's got to jump into that 2, 3, 4.
So
his dad was a table worker at one of the duels. Super nice guy.
His dad. What else about this? What else about this guy's dad?
That was Bobby Conway's dad was a table worker. Super cool guy.
Who was the guy that had nice pants, did you say?
Oh, he's not. No, hair modeling is Cam Leaf's dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he could do more than hair modeling, but that's just what he chose.
So
well,
maybe
I got to take off, guys.
All right, see you, buddy.
Yeah, see you.
And so you think I should put him in, or do I just put him off to the side, knowing that he's going to be
we start talking about hair. Buddy gets a complex and he bails.
Yep, he gone.
All right, buddy.
No, I think he's got to go 2, 3, 4, somewhere in there.
2, 3, or 4. Got
to be somewhere in
ahead of Ruckman.
Listen, I don't care what anybody says. Cam Leaf will tech fall. Hold on, I'll say it different. Cam Leaf will beat the living shit out of a lot of these really good kids.
Let's see. He had to have wrestled.
If you look up Cam Leaf's wins, they're not close.
Yeah, he tech falled Banis.
He beat Razov 15-6. He tech falled Holger, Conway. Fall. He beat Oliver Davis, it looks like, by fall. Arnett 10-5 was like one of his closer wins. It's weird. Seth Mendoza tech falled him. Wow, who would have guessed? He got stuck by Silva, and then he lost to Thomas Savic and Webbery at Cheesehead. But when you look at his wins, they're beatings on really good kids. Ryan Ritchie 9-1, and tech fall. Arnett 10-5.
So do you think Conway goes above Banis or below Banis? I'll give you the nod on this weight class, Mark Stewart.
Above.
So you think Banis goes
for now? Yeah. I don't know that's how it'll go in the end, but the reality is I've got to give respect to the state title 2 years ago. It is when you don't have common opponent, and yeah, I get it. He got tech followed by Cam Leaf, but we just went through Cam Leaf's wins. He's beaten the hell out of a lot of good kids. Yeah, he's lost. Getting beat by Seth Mendoza, who cares? Everybody's getting their ass beat by Seth Mendoza. TJ Silva beating you.
At least you're wrestling him.
Yeah, like he's not going to avoid him. Not knocking anybody that's avoiding him. I didn't make that clear. But a lot of really good kids are avoiding that weight class in 3A because they already feel like there's zero chance they can win it.
I'm knocking.
So like, well, that's you're right, brother. That's not. I get it. But I don't. There isn't a safer lock to win a state title in wrestling this year than Seth Mendoza, except maybe Brandon Green from Roxanne.
Well, except for maybe 190.
I know. Well, Jimmy Massey's going to beat the shit out of 1A.
Yeah.
Did we lose Benesh?
We did. You know, he doesn't have very good internet out in his
in the boonies.
You would think. I thought he was a really, established resident of the Oregon community. I thought he'd make sure he had high speed internet out there. Jim has internet in the garage next door. He doesn't even have internet.
Dude, I'm honestly running this all off Penelope's hotspot. I got one little phone plugged in over there. I have my phone linked up to it, the tablet, and there's something else running off of it.
Do you know what I call that, Big Jim?
What?
Commitment.
Yeah.
You're committed.
That's what I do. I am.
Yeah, he is.
So, but yeah. So going back, if you want to go to 32, that's how I view it, right? That's where I come up with the idea like, okay, Bobby Conway's won a state title, and there's something about that. And I know it was 2 years ago, but he does have the Tech ball loss, but he's wrestling. We can't find much on him, but right now, that's where I feel. Does Tommy Banis beat him? Good damn chance he does. There's a good chance Ruckman beats him. There's a good chance Jackson Pelzette beats him. Oliver Davis could beat him. These kids are good. So, like, how it's going to pan out, that's the fun part about rankings is, like, finding out you're way off or be the kid that proves my opinion or everybody else's opinion wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And again,
if we went off rankings, Jesse Whitmer is not even an All-American. Instead, he's the strongest man in the world, and he wins an NCAA title at the University of Iowa when he wasn't even supposed to be the starter, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. One thing
shout out Jesse Whitmer.
Yeah, I'm sure he's listening. One thing
he's friends with Wes Hand.
One thing I was talking to Jim about is, just obviously, I don't think as long as we don't let up after the season, we will not just have rankings. We will have really effective standings, and that's what I'm most excited about, to keep doing it consistently so that there's always, it's always about matchups. It's always about head to head. It's always about common opponent. And really, like I said, just encouraging people to compete against each other. So again, I don't know why Bob Conway has not wrestled much. And you said he didn't place last year, but he's a state champion.
He didn't. He was hurt. He didn't even wrestle.
Okay. So he's been injury. So
if we go to track wrestling, I always mess this up, but you can search teams, correct?
Yeah.
Where do you search teams? Do you go to tournaments or seasons?
Yeah, same place where you go into what are you searching?
Well, current seasons, high school boys. Brother Rice, high school.
Oh, yeah. I see. You're just trying to see if they have any. Yeah,
Earwick's dad went to Brother Rice.
Did he?
Yep.
Eric's big into. I didn't know this. I was talking to him today. I'm like, "Where are you?" He says, "I'm in my work truck." And I go, "What is that?" He says, "That's K-pop." I go, "What is K-pop?" He says, "Korean pop music." I go, "What is it?" He goes, "Oh, I'm into it." I'm into it.
Into what?
Korean pop, K-pop.
Okay,
hold on.
Yeah, they don't have Brother Rice does not have much going on with the track.
Like, okay, I don't see him in Brother Rice's anything. Did he get hurt again?
Eric's getting into drawing anime.
Hold on, let's stick with Bob Conway.
Jason.
What?
I'm gonna kick you guys. I'm gonna kick you guys out of the chat. Bob Conway. We're talking
Bobby Conway took a forfeit against IC forfeited to him at 32. Then Oliver Davis wrestled 38 and stuck Jacob Alvarez.
Bob Conway got tech followed by Michael Esteban in 20-3.
Esteban's a stud,
32?
man. MSU commit.
Yeah.
He's good.
And Oliver Davis beat George Marinopoulos. Guys, I think Oliver Davis is at 38, guys. And I think that
Who's Oliver? So Oliver Davis is on
at
Bob
38.
Conway.
Yeah, they're on the same team.
Okay.
And I think, yes, Oliver Davis at 38. Actually, I did know this. I'm sorry. Why didn't I think about
Come on,
Actually,
Mark.
because somebody called me this week about it. Oliver Davis is at 38. Bob Conway's at 32. So, yes. So a slide of Proddy up, Westbrook up, Hornbeck up, and throw Zader back at 10. Oliver Davis becomes my number 3.
Hornbeck got pinned Hornbeck took a loss at conference.
To who?
Yeah. Is that 38 though? I think.
Oh, I got you.
Let me look at it. I did just look at it.
And then I go to this and I see. I don't see nobody at 32 for Brother Rice again.
Yeah, Hornbeck lost to Cooper Cam of Quincy at 138 pounds. So,
and then he didn't wrestle there. Oh, this is different.
He lost to Ruckman
Yeah.
too, so that's good. All right, let's go. Let's leave that and go 38. Let's end the night at 138, guys.
All right.
So Oliver Davis,
Number 3.
number 3, over Razov. Dude, I'm a big Razov fan.
So am I, actually. No, he's 4. Put Razov at 3. Yep. Cam Lewis at 2. And then Peyton Cox at 1.
And
Drop Donald Cannon down.
And Cannon, who did he lose to? He had a loss.
Bob's in. Joseph Nackstedt. Tech followed him from Oak Park River Forest, but he's in 3A.
He lost.
Nackstedt beat him that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Mark, are you more into 2A or are you into 3A more?
I'm into all of them, but I used to be a big 2A guy just because I was so familiar with everybody. But now I spend a lot more time with 1A that I have a decent amount of knowledge of what's going on in 2A, but not like I used to. Like in 2A, I used to be able to, I could pretty much predict a state bracket or state year podium. I was pretty accurate year in, year out. But now I've been off.
How do you feel the differences between 1A and 2A?
Depends on the year. I'm actually a guy who was really vocal a couple of years ago, and even last year or the year before?
You're a guy that's really vocal.
Well, I made it really clear that I felt that 2A had more hammers than 1A, but the depth at 1A, like podium wise, was better. Like there was better quality wrestling in like the 1A communities. At certain weights, it was really deep, and it was like I'm looking at 2A going, I'll take the 6th place kid at 165. It was like 2 years ago. Who's the kid I really liked? I can't think of his name. And then he got smashed in the finals. Port Private Riverdale. At 165 maybe, 170, whatever the weight was, I forget. Colin, what's his name? But anyways, I felt like that was a perfect example of a weight where I was like, dude, the 6th through 2nd, or the 6th placer in 1A beats the state runner-up in 2A. And the state runner-up, so it depends on the year. But I think at times, like I look at certain weights and I go, there's better kids. There's more quality in 1A at certain weights, like decent amount.
Wait for this year.
I mean, it's always that.
At certain weights in 1A, I go, wow. I go, that's like a really good group of kids. Absolutely. Like if I go, I'm not looking at anything right now, but off the top of my head, I think like in 1A right now, when you look at like 20, 26, 32 is the one that I go, wow, that's deep. That's a really deep weight of like really good kids. And you look at like the 26s with, not so much 26, but 20 with just like you get Tennyson, you get Little Waddle. You look at a kid like Jace Glauser, doesn't get a lot of attention, But like this is a kid that like just almost tech balled in the IK to be a state finals last year, right?
Mhm.
Like I know he's a freshman, but you know, there's some weights in 1A. I really like what's his name? Is it Finch at 38? Is he at 38? Dude, that kid's a hammer. He's a dog.
About
Yeah,
Jackson Carroll, you like him?
Like Jackson Carroll a lot. He's really good.
He just
I
took a
can't- you know-
visit to Bellarmine.
Did he? You know, I would like to see him and Vance. Vance did beat Jackson Carroll at the state tournament their freshman year, I think 7-0. So we should get to see that. That'll be interesting. That's a really good weight class. I mean, Vance Williams, a 1A kid. I watched Vance Williams tech fall Donovan Allen at the Club Cup. I've also seen Donovan Allen beat Vance Williams. But yeah, that's really hard to say. There's, it's great. There's a lot of really good wrestling in all three classes right now. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and bullshit people. 3A is better than everybody else. That they should be. They have a larger population, right? But you watch Marion Central as a 1A team get beat by Vandalia. That's facts. Turn around and beat Mount Carmel and Joliet Catholic in the same weekend.
Yeah. Wrestling is alive and well in Illinois.
So there's a lot. It is. And so, like, as a group, we can make jokes, like in text messages, and it's all in good fun. But, like, I genuinely believe that 1A is, and I'll say this, when I was in high school, it's funny because it's your brother, but, like, that's when I was like, dude, some of these 1A kids, because I had beaten some really, like, highly good, supposedly good 1A kids. I'm like, that kid sucked. He's a state champ. I won't name any names. Then I watched your brother wrestle, and I was like, man, that guy would beat me. And we were at the same weight class, and I was like, fucking 1A kid,
Yeah.
And just so happened he ends up being Andy's roommate in college, right? But it's like, I've known since then that it wasn't just a small group of kids. There was a bunch of in 1A that were really good. But
yeah, things are definitely spreading out. That's for sure.
Hey, Stewie, do me a favor. Get all go to the national rankings. Get all the Illinois kids that are nationally ranked. There's a lot, man. There is a lot.
Are you talking about on Flow?
Yeah, there's always
not right now, but just like maybe that's
yeah.
a mission to do. I think, like Jason has said, Illinois wrestling is tough, man. Fuck the classes. It's tough as a whole. And then, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, Jim, I clipped part of our conversation yesterday and what we were talking about with the state tournament and, just some of the national events being so, such a focus and such a, much more significant, and all of the Illinois kids are going to those tournaments. So, Illinois is definitely going and wrestling those hard tournaments, but let's just jump in. This is 138, guys. I went through it, and I'm pretty sure this is how it is. Oliver Davis has a win over Baker, and Cannon hasn't lost too much to go down. I still think I'm a high on Donald Cannon right now. I watched him last week. He was very good. Looked like it was easy out there for him. So I think he'll be in the mix for sure. Lukanski has I think
little unknown fact about Donald Cannon, big Labradoodle guy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. And then
must have allergies.
Yeah. Then Jaden DeHong has a win over Gotchis in overtime, and I think that's pretty stable as far as
Jaden's a good kid. He's a Sycamore. He's with he runs with Josh West.
Yeah. So unless any of these 44-pounders are coming down to 38,
Isaac Gaines has a win over.
No. Hold on. Are any of these guys going down to 38? We're gonna stop at 38, but I just was curious if any of these guys have decided to make the descent to mess up the rankings. So
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But Gaines has a win over Parker.
Antonio Parker. Yep. All right. So I'll
but double check it. Make sure I'm right.
Yeah, I'll just put it there for next time.
All right.
Because we're gonna stop here at 138.
Real quick, I just looked at it, but if you want to talk about like where Illinois stands at national rankings, right? At 13 you've got Hayes, you've got Corral, you got Noble, nationally ranked kids, top 20 in the country. At 20, you've got Munaretto. At 26, nobody. 32, you got Zach Stewart and you got Devin Casey, both nationally ranked. At 38, you got Seth Mendoza, obviously. 44. I'm on 44. Pop up. I can go through it real quick.
I mean,
these are just flows. Nobody at 44, which is shocking to me. 50. Wyatt Medlin's at 50, which I'm surprised Justice Sieg. I think Justin Sieg, if they were to do honorable mention, they probably got Justice Sieg right there. He's good, dude. He's such a good freshman. 57, obviously got Will Denny's second in the country. 65.
Sindel.
Yeah, he's got to be up there. Top 25 for sure, right? He made it to quarters at Ironman.
Yeah. What do you mean no 126? You got Cassiope at 26.
Well, I'm using Flo's rankings right now. That's just going off Flo's.
All right.
At 75, they got Aaron Stewart at 13 for juniors. They got Liam Crook ahead of him. Did Liam Crook beat Aaron Stewart this year?
No.
Yeah, crazy.
Lost to,
At 190, we got Jimmy Massey at 5. Adam Waters is ranked ahead of him, but I think Adam Waters. I don't think Adam Waters can wrestle. I think he's almost 20 years old already.
Yeah, I think everybody ahead of him just like
a junior, senior. Yeah. Well, you got Kai's ranked 7th at 215, and then a heavyweight. They better give us love here for Juice.
Is he in there?
I haven't looked at it. Dude, no love for Juice? Dude, I'm going to tell you straight up. Flow Wrestling can kiss my ass. Okay? I watched Juice Rulo at Fargo. I watched Juice Rulo maul everybody. I know that was 16U, but if you're gonna rank Zalota, who's a sophomore from Melbourne Prep, at 20, you got to rank the 3A returning stage, like the top kid in 3A heavyweight who's a double Fargo champ.
There's 5 weight classes. You don't have a ranked kid. And I think if Noble, and obviously Noble would be ranked at 6, but so you have 4 or 5, however you want to do it, that you don't have a ranked kid. So that's pretty damn good, man. So all bullshit aside, like nice job, Illinois, like as a whole, 1A, 2A, 3A, IK, IE, everything, nice.
Pennsylvania's got 5 kids ranked at every weight. Just saying.
Yeah.
We got some work to do.
We got some work to do, okay, guys? 1A or Illinois wrestlers, step it up, dude. Knock this shit off with PA.
We need a bigger Amish community around us.
I think less.
They all moved to
Are you blaming their success on the Amish?
I'm saying a lot of it has to do with raw milk.
I would not be surprised if there would be a correlation between that.
No.
There's a
You
correlation.
guys are crazy. That is not why Pennsylvania is good.
They listen.
It's I blame it on the iron workers, like the hard-nosed PA Pennsylvania iron worker lifestyle. All these kids come in with grip strength as babies. It's out of control. It's just next level. They're like stronger hands than most men.
That's all there is to do.
Right.
Maybe they don't play football.
So you mean me working at TJ Maxx hanging up sweaters doesn't give you grip strength? Calling bullshit.
Dude, you ever been outside in Pennsylvania? The freaking factories and all the shit blowing around there. They want to stay inside and wrestle.
Got too many golfers out here, I guess, huh?
We got multi-sport athletes. They got wrestlers.
Yeah.
What is this golf he speaks of?
Well, guys, that was a great ranking show. I think it was a good spot to stop. We'll finish up with getting through the rest of 2A this week, and then the regional will be here before we know it, and we'll have some more rankings. So
one last thing, Northern Illinois Wrestling Podcast Employee of the Month. We'll have votes. I'm assuming it'll be me again, but we will take a vote.
Yeah. Well, this is gonna go out on Illinois wrestlers. So,
All right, Illinois Wrestler Employee of the Month.
yeah. We'll get you a
Kind
frame.
of a rubber stamped.
Yeah.
Can we get him a coffee cup? Did you get coffee cups yet?
I have not. But you know what I do have? Let me pop this up. Maybe this will be a fun.
I'll tell you what, I want a mouse. I've never had a mouse pad in my life.
I do not have a mouse.
Penny
pad.
will wreck it.
You'll wreck it.
He got an Illinois wrestler shirt made yet?
Yeah. So let me take you to
All these podcasts. We didn't get a T-shirt.
Well, we can get you something. We'll figure it out. We'll get you something.
We'll put it on your app, Mark. You get a free chalupa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go, dude.
But right here, for anybody who's watching and wants to support the channel, the podcast, we got an Illinois versus everyone shirt and an Illinois wrestler. But I'm a big fan of this one.
We got to Photoshop Dan Louis modeling this, and they will sell like hotcakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're in.
Danny Martinez.
Oh, dude, Danny Martinez got luscious locks.
Yeah, he would. We
He
get him
could
on there.
strut around in that thing like a friggin' rooster.
He'll
Well,
make an Instagram reel, Max Plus, dude. The Max Plus, dude. Boom, boom. The
Yeah.
sunglasses on.
We'll see if we can get his budget. I don't know if I have that, but anybody who wants that, they can check it out. IllinoisWrestler.com.
I'm looking now. I don't see Husky. I'm looking for Husky.
No, I made sure we got. I think it's 3XL for you, Jim. I think if you need it, you can get it. All right, guys. Thanks. We'll see you next time.
All right, later, guys.